Welcome to the 28th episode of the Nordic Sports News Podcast, the world's first daily cross-country ski and biathlon podcast with the latest news from around the globe. Today, we start with news from the IBU Cup in Idre, Sweden. The IBU Cup circuit started this afternoon in Idre with a sprint that couldn't be more tight, won by the Germans Marion Wiesensaarter and Lukas Fraister. Idre welcomed the biathletes with a beautiful winter weather. In bright sunshine, Marion Wiesensaarter, from Germany, missed once in standing, but still proved to be the best sprinter today, claiming the first IBU Cup sprint of the new season in 21 minutes and 2 seconds. Caroline Colombo from France, after missing 2 in standing, finished second, 5 seconds back. Missing once in prone, Ukraine's Daria Blashko claimed the last spot of the podium, 3.1 seconds back. It was a great day for Wiesensaarter, formerly Diagentisch, claiming her first ever podium on the IBU Cup circuit. Despite cleaning prone, the German was 7th after the prone stage, almost 8 seconds behind Colombo, who also closed all 5 targets, taking the lead. While Colombo held the lead entering standing, the German managed to climb up 1 spot with a long 15 seconds separating her from Colombo. The cards turned after the standing. Colombo picked up 2 penalties, Wiesensaarter 1, resulting in the latter taking the lead, while Colombo found herself 5th, coming off the penalty loop, 9.4 seconds behind Wiesensaarter. Colombo, fast on skis, managed to cross the finish line in second with only 5 seconds separating her from first ever IBU Cup winner Wiesensaarter, who is setting her season goal no lower than the Olympic Winter Games. Today was a really good race. It was the first podium for me at the IBU Cup. I was really happy. Last week we had qualifications where I didn't feel so good, so it was a little bit of a surprise that I was so good today. I hope it will get better, because it is just the beginning. I think for everyone who is a little bit older, the ambition is of course Olympics, even though it is really hard in the German team because we have a lot of good girls, but yeah, it is kind of a goal for me to qualify for the Olympics, concluded Marion. With the top 2 decided, the fight for the last podium spot was a surprise when Daria Blashko raised like a phoenix from 23rd before standing to 3rd, 6.1 seconds back. Cleaning the standing stage, the Ukrainian passed her competitors, moving up to 2nd at the 6.1 kilometers split. Giving her best, Colombo managed to beat Blashko on skis, pushing the Ukrainian to the 3rd. Anastasia Shevchenko from Russia, with 1 penalty, finished 4th, 3.7 seconds back. Elisabeth Högberg from Sweden, also with a standing penalty, finished 10 seconds back. Germany's Maren Hammerschmidt, with 2 penalties, finished 6th, 10.3 seconds back. The men's sprint race also couldn't be more tight. For the victory in this first sprint we had 3 men, Lukas Fraister, Sverre Dahlin Aspenes, and Johannes, 2 Germans motivated to return to the World Cup, and an additional Norwegian. This trio completed this sprint with the same number of misses, only 1, and more or less similar ski times. We could have given 3 winners without crying, but the verdict of the stopwatch obviously prevailed. Fraister was declared the winner with just 0.3 seconds ahead of Aspenes and 1.6 seconds over teammate Kuhn. The second Norwegian, Håvard Guttorbo Bogtveit, who stood out in Sjøen, finished 4th at 21 seconds despite 3 penalty laps, with an ultra-fast ski time. A second sprint is scheduled for Saturday. It will be followed by a pursuit on Sunday. Now, let's check some news about the Östersund World Cup and some of their athletes. This weekend marks the comeback of the Biathlon World Cup in Östersund. All the world biathlon stars are currently in Sweden. Between the IBU Cup, which kicked off today in Idre, and the World Cup, whose big debut is scheduled for Saturday at 11:45 a.m. in Östersund. After a long spring, summer and fall preparation, nobody wanted to miss the kickoff. This is how the greatest biathletes on the planet will be on the tracks of the Swedish National Biathlon Arena in Östersund for the first winter races. The Norway again, super favorite for the Nations Cup whether in men or in the women, arrived in the neighboring country with a dream team. Tyrell Eckhoff, Marte Olsbu Roy Zeland and Ingrid Landmark Tandrevold for women, and the quintet Johannes Thingnes Bo, Sturla Holm Legriad, Tarjei Bo, Vidal Sjostad Christensen, Johannes Dale for men can all win at any time of the year. On the French front, we have the presence of Quentin Fillon-Maillet, 3 times world number 3 in recent winters, Emilien Jacquelin, injured this summer but motivated as ever, and Simon Desthu. Fabian Claude and Antonin Gigonat could also be successful. Among the women, Anaïs Chevalier and Anaïs Biscond, for their last Olympic season, will want to shine just like Justine Brazes, Julia Simon, and Chloé Chevalier, with clear progress from Sjøen. To find competition, we will have to look to Sweden. At home, Hannah Eberg, Sebastian Samuelsson, Elvira Eberg, impressive on skis at the start of winter, Martin Ponsiluoma or even Stina Nielsen will want to mark their territory from the start. The Germany of Denise Herrmann, Benedikt Dahl, Franziska Prus or Eric Lesser will also have a say, as will the Czech Markéta Davidová, the Belarusian Jara Alambakova, the Russian Alexander Loganov, the Italians Dorothea Wierer and Lisa Vitozzi or the Austrian Lisa Theresa Hauser. At the start of the season, a surprise cannot be ruled out either. We saw it last year with the arrival of the meteorite Sturla Holm Legriad, which will try to confirm his exceptional 2020-2021 winter. It will be very interesting to see how he approaches this season, Arnd Pfeiffer recently explained on the EBU website. How he reacts will say a lot about his future progress. Talking about our starts, let's check some news about Johannes Thingnes and Dorothea Wierer. Johannes Thingnes in the dark before Östersund. Sick for a short week in the middle of the month, the Norwegian Johannes Thingnes could not test himself in competition before the World Cup in Östersund. Absent from the opening races in Suzhou 10 days ago, the Norwegian the best biathlete on the planet for 3 winters, approaches the World Cup in Östersund without any real benchmarks. It was because of a cold that kept him from training for 6 days. The form does not come back overnight, maybe he will need time, explains Egil Kristjansson, his coach in the national team, to TV2. At the same time, it's Johannes. With a good shooting, he can very well finish the individual at the top of the standings. Now, let's check some news about the Italian superstar, Dorothea Wierer. Plagued by insomnia and stomach problems in recent weeks, she has found the source of her problems. In early fall, Italian biathlete Dorothea Wierer revealed she had trouble sleeping. "I'm doing a little better," she explained in October. This Thursday morning, in the columns of the Corriere dello Sport, the double winner of the Big Crystal Globe indicates that she has also experienced stomach problems in recent weeks. "I had some health problems and it will take a few weeks to resolve them," said the champion in remarks taken up by Fondo Italia. "The last blood tests I performed explained to me why over the past 3 weeks I have suffered so much and I am still tired. It will take a little patience, but I will get back on my feet," she said. This weekend, she will be in Östersund for the start of the World Cup. "For the moment, I know that I am not one of the best," admits the Italian, who still does not know if this is the last season of her career. And that's all for today, folks. Stay tuned and subscribe to our channels on YouTube, Spotify and Instagram. Just type Nordic Sports News on these platforms and access our content. Thank you so much and see you tomorrow in the next episode. Information credits to IBU, Nordic Mag, Ski Nordique, TV2, Corriere dello Sport and Fondo Italia.